Okay. 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 I think we are live. Let me check very quickly here. Ta-da-dam, ta-da-dam. Okay. Let me check here. And new Facebook. Let's see. Okay, perfect. We are live. And let me rename this topic because this is not like what it says on Facebook. This is different. We are going to talk today about Andean Inca mysticism and the energy. How do you say it in English? Energy vampires? What is the...
In reality, we will try to explain that in the Inca tradition, there is such a energetic vampirism.
Okay,
you know, nobody sucks your energy.
Okay, I'm gonna put the topic like energetic vampirism.
Yeah.
Okay, like that's gonna be the topic in Andean Inca spirit mysticism. Okay. Spirituality. Okay, let's see what okay. I'm just updating all this information. So if you are able to see us, if people are joining us, we are going to talk about energetic vampirism in Andean Inca spirituality. What is the belief and what is the practice? So just 1 second, I'm just doing the logistics here, so I'm sharing these videos, okay? Just 1 second. Okay. Just 1 minute, Fredy. I'm just gonna finish this sharing.
No problem.
And we'll start. Well, we'll start soon. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna tag you. Okay. Fredy Conde. Okay, I'm tagging you here. Perfect. Okay. This is good. Okay, perfect. I think I updated this. Let me see. I want to ensure that I updated the topic of this video. Yes, it's updated. So I'm gonna check if in YouTube. Okay, so we are ready. We can just here. We can start now. Fredy, how are you doing today?
I'm very good. Thanks God. I'm very, very good. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yesterday we have an amazing class in Spanish. It was very nice.
I loved it. I loved it. I could feel the energy, from Tico people,
Well,
from
we
that
have,
far
remember,
distance.
we have people from Spain and Chile as well.
All right, actually, yeah.
Yes, in
But
fact,
I could feel, the energy was amazing because, we were just, and the time went just like this.
yes,
I thought we were speaking only 1 hour, but we were speaking more than 2 hours already. Yeah.
yes. It was like, yeah, it was like a snap. It was very fast. And yeah, it's beautiful how people is enjoying and loving those classes. So today we want to, for the people that are watching us, we want to talk about um, energetic vampirism. What is the belief that the Andean Inca spirituality and mysticism has? And what are the practices that they do? So for the people that are watching this for the first time and don't know me, my name is Denise Osores, and I am an intuitive coach and also an energy healer. And today I am holding this live with Fredy, who we are coordinating and making a, how can I say, an alliance to bring the mysticism, the Andean Inca mysticism, internationally. So, Fredy, welcome again to this space. For me, it's a pleasure and an honor to have you and share these moments.
Thank you very much, Denise. Thank you very much to the time, to the opportunity that we are given in order to share this wisdom. Yeah, in reality, in order to spread the wisdom and the spiritual and mystical tradition of the Andes, is a custom to, to ask the permission of the masters. Though I will do this very quick. Internet kaya chachikunata shaminchachun yawalchachun korpunchachun pachamama apukuna ukuna pachatata lisishaykiwan. Yeah,
That's
it's
amazing.
very nice. The sacred reciprocity is very important in the Andean tradition.
Yeah.
And I think this is something that we have to spread all over the planet because for everything that we need to start, okay, we have to ask permission, get a right to receive something, and then recognize and always be thankful about about all those things we receive every single minute, every single day, every single week and month, and
Yes.
this is all about the Andean tradition. Yeah, it is why, we always do the little ceremony. You just take a seconds.
Yes. And I feel like how the energy shifts every time you do. I feel like we have the permission. It's kind of, we are always co-creating. We have our individuality, and it's so important to get this individuation, I believe, and at the same time remembering that we are always co-creating. Like, there are so many energies that surrounds us beyond what we are able to see with our physical eyes. And I believe this small um, ceremony that you do is so sacred, and is acknowledging that, specifically that. So that's beautiful. And now that we have the doors opened, let's start talking about this, because I mentioned to you before, about this belief, right? This belief on the vampirism, or how sometimes, and it happens, like I used to consider myself higher sensitive. I used to use that tag, right? That label.
Yeah.
And said, I used to say like, oh yeah, I feel drained. Like I remember when my process of awakening started, I stopped going to places like I used to. I used to love dancing. I still love dancing, but I used to go to the bars, or to these pubs or places, to dance, because I I can be dancing by myself. So I used to be a visitor, a frequent visitor of those places, or to places or events with a lot of people. And then I stopped completely because every time I was there, I felt so drained, and I felt like I was just bringing me so many other things with me. But then I realized that that's also a belief, and as you mentioned, that's the hucha, right? There is things that we are working through, and now we are being in awareness because we are feeding our seeds. So maybe you want to share more for the people that are listening. Um,
Exactly.
what is the belief
Exactly.
from the Andean Inca?
Well, in reality, to begin, we have to understand that we live in the Kausai Pacha. This is in a Quechua word. Kausai means living energy. Pacha is the time and the space. Everything it's around us, everything it's in, surrounding us, it is a living energy. What we do as a human beings, okay, it is just to harmonize with these energies. Like, I can see that you have your couch, you have your different things around you. If for the Inca tradition, those are beings, those are not things, those are beings. So when you want to harmonize within your house, then you have to speak to everything surrounds you. You have to harmonize and create a beautiful environment, you know like you know like everything you have around your house, those are forms of energy.
Mm-hmm.
If you have your plants, those are forms of energy. If you have your pets, are forms of energy. As a human beings, we are forms of energy. The only difference amongst these forms of energy is the fact that the human beings, we are the only ones who, as forms of energy, we produce heavy energy and light energy. Heavy energy, it is well, I can say, heavy energy would be jealousy, would be fear, would be uh, many other things like this. And when light energy, it is this energy of forgiveness, of love, of harmony. All right, only human beings, we produce this. But also, as a human beings, we are the only ones who are capable to digest and transform it. Okay, so this is all about the Andean tradition. The Andean tradition, it is this. Okay, in reality, when we speak about the Kausai Pacha, the Kausai Pacha are three layers. All right, this is Kai Pacha. This is where we live right now, and there is a Hanak Pacha, which is the upper layer, and then we have the Uku Pacha, which is the lower layer. All right.
Mm-hmm.
In the
Yes.
Hanak Pacha are all these beings who's made the Aini, which is a sacred reciprocity, in a perfect way. All right. Then we have the masters of the different belief systems and traditions and religions, who are operating in a high level consciousness. Right.
Yes.
In the Kai Pacha, only Sami, only light energy up there.
Mm.
In the part of the Hanak Pacha is also, the stars, the moon, star systems, constellations, is the cosmos. It is why we consider that, the cosmic father, the male version of our creation, is up there. And, the feminine version is Pachamama, Mother Earth, our planet. The
Mm-hmm.
Uku Pacha, it is where we have this heavier energy. This is an area where, it's not even known how to do Aini. Beings there, they live regularly there. That doesn't mean that is bad. In the Andean tradition, we learned to recognize the living energy as heavy and light, but that doesn't mean, like other traditions, says positive and negative.
Yes.
Heavy energy is only heavy, okay, which is transformable and digestible. All right. So it is. So this is, we live always, as a forms of energy. We always are exposed, to a crash with heavy energies or with light energies. So our work as a human beings in our daily life, when you are aware of it, it is just dealing with it, just, dealing. digesting, transforming, and giving all this to Mother Earth.
Mm-hmm.
There is there is a huge amount of energy for us, to work with. All right,
Mm-hmm.
huge amounts, huge
And that's
amount.
the causal pacha, right?
Exactly, the
The
causa y pacha.
infinite
Imagine,
energy.
exactly. Can you imagine the energy of the sun? This is part of the causa y pacha.
Mm-hmm.
Can you just imagine if someone can stop the light of the sun?
Mm.
Impossible. Not,
Yes.
exactly. This is the amount of energy that we speak to. The energy of Pachamama, the energy of,
Yes.
the beings of creation, like water and air.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there is nobody who can stop a tsunami. It's impossible.
Would you
So
say that that's the life force?
exactly,
Or
this
it,
is our source of life,
mm-hmm.
of our spiritual life. We are anchored, you know, to these energies.
Mm-hmm.
All right, to all these energies, and all, of course, to the energy of the our cosmic father. Okay, creation, and Pachamama, Mother Earth, our planet. Yeah. So can you imagine that, we enjoy, you can use as much energy you want, as much energy, as much, in case you are going to use and do something, use as much you can, and there will be left enough for all those who wants to use as well.
Mm-hmm.
So there is this abundance amount of energy. It is why in the Andean tradition, you know, uh, the tradition teaches about how to deal with the energy, because we are surrounded by forms of energy, and the only thing we do is harmonize it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, harmonize it. Yeah, of course, like as a human beings, like say my name is Fredy right now. Okay, I'm wearing this green t-shirt and my beautiful hat. Okay, so what covers these clothes and the hat, this is my wasi.
Mm.
Wasi, the literal translation of that is my house, like a habitacle. This is where I am. Okay, and my support, it is my connection with Pachatata, my universal father, and Pachamama. Okay, this is my great support. This is, I would say, this is what keeps me, speaking, keeps me teaching. This is what keeps me, around my house. This is, and then I have a shield, which is the pokpo.
Mm-hmm.
The pokpo, it is like a bubble, like a soap bubble. But pokpo, this is the literal translation. This is my connection with energies.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. I can I have such a great independence to my wasi, who is me. It is why,
Body.
I was created with a free will, right? You know, my spiritual parents, like my cosmic father and my cosmic mother, in the Andean tradition, are giving parents. They can give it to you whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Just ask, do your sacred offerings, all right? And then imprint your dreams and your intentions in it, and this will be realized, yes or yes. you know yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, using the, spiritual tools, and then all these elements that we use in the Andean tradition. And then you have your pokpo,
Mm-hmm.
which is going to help you going and dealing with the different energies. you know Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
And then there are these um, spiritual exercises in which, you learn how to do the digestion and the transformation. So
Mm-hmm.
when we started to speak about the Inca vampirism, we wanted to explain that there is no such a,
Yes.
energetic vampirism, because
Yes.
you are surrounded by living energy.
Yes.
Nobody can suck your energy in the Inca tradition. No, that is impossible. You know, when you are connected with your spiritual father, mother, and your elements, I mean, your beings of creation. This is what I was explaining before, like, you
Yes.
know, energy of the sun would be good enough for me. Who can drain the energy of the sun? This is my connection. You know, it's
Okay.
impossible.
So can we say then that there is vampirism, energetic vampirism, whenever we are not connected? So when we feel like we are drained by energy, or we've been like um, exposed to a vampirism for someone, or that someone suck our energy or something like that, then what is saying to us is, I love the bird, is that we are not connected to our father and mother of the from
Simply,
the
we are
cosmos. We are
exactly.
not irrigating our seed, and we are, the energy is not flowing, and we are forgetting. So it's time for us to remember that we live in a kausai pacha, in a place of infinite energy. So that's pretty much when we believe that is. So when I started my process and I faced that, it was boom, hey, you need to work on your connection and work in your irrigation and digestion of energy. And it's been a process. So it is not something that in one day to the other one I was aware and it was like, I'm not feeling that anymore. No, it took me a process to be able to have that irrigation and to be able like to strengthening that connection, like that flowing within myself. And then it's a belief change for me, Fredy. It's a huge belief change that, and it's a beautiful gift that the Inca Andean tradition give and has for all of us. It's a beautiful belief that there is no such energetic vampirism. As always, we remember how to connect.
Yeah, yeah. This is, you know, the 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 teachings of the Inca spiritual and mystical tradition, you know, will speak about the connection with your Ituapuan Pacarina. It's said like this, you know, with your spiritual father and your spiritual mother, who
Mm.
will provide for you all this, you know, beautiful irrigation, which actually, as you said, it will allow, when you allow, okay, when you allow, when you permit this connection, then your Inca muhu, which is the Inca seed, will start germinating, you know,
Mm.
and then it'll start growing, and then it'll give you different levels of consciousness. Right now, you know, there are many people, you know, that doesn't have that connection, all right? They didn't know yet, all right? And they work with their own energy. They are not connected. They work
Yeah.
with their own energy, all right? And it is why, okay, when you are not connected, then it is easy for any situation within your life will drain that if you are not connected, you know. And then when you feel weak, and then you think that someone is sucking your energy, in fact, you know, it is the superstition, which is just making a complot to your wasi, okay, to your habitacle, to yourself. And perhaps you did not, or you don't even enforce your spiritual bubble, because this is like a shield. This is giving us enough power, you know, to deal with the heavy energies. All right, we just let come, you know, and then digest it. Okay, when the energy flows, you just
Yeah.
digest it and give it. It's given to Mother Earth, which, as a sacred symbiosis, our Pachamama, Mother Earth, likes the heavy energy. You know, yeah, she's in charge of transforming or delivering wherever is needed. Mm.
Mm.
So this is a very nice concept of the Inca tradition, you know, in terms of energetic vampirism, which
Yeah.
that does not exist, that. Yeah, because when you let your energy flow, it's just like a river. When you have a river which is flowing, all
Yes.
right, no matter you pour some dirty thing, all right, like a couple of kilometers, it will be clean again, because this is the regular basis of how the water streams and the rivers cleans up themselves. But it's different when you don't let it flow, all right, then you just stop the flow of the water, then the pollution will start. This is
Mm-hmm.
exactly what happens in our energetic system. All
That's
right. So we
yes.
have to let it flow. It's nice. If someone sucks your energy, it is tries to, all right, sucks your energy. Well, if it's flowing, then they will never end up. It's renewal for you. This is even better for you because it is letting your energy flow, but impossible. That's impossible that someone would just drain your energy, because you don't hold your energy. Your energy is your connection with your spiritual parents, and your beings of
Okay.
creation.
So, question here. What happens if, let's see, if the person it's more, it's not in the Kaipacha, right? In the Kaipacha, it's more in the Uhupacha, which is in the down level. So in the Uhupacha, where is the heavy energy or the more dense energy, if this person is it's spending more time, let's say, in this side, right? And you mentioned like when the person lives in this side, well, there is a lot of heavy energies, like there is a lot of negativism, there is a lot of frustration, anger, like that is the energy that is moving, anxiety and all those things, right? Greed. So if we are moving in this energy, maybe we are not realizing about this irrigation. So it's, could the person that is here struggles, could struggle or could suffer more about the vampirism, the energy vampirism, because
Well,
yeah.
well,
Okay.
in that level, there is no even the conception of energetic vampirism. All right, because they don't practice Aini there. The Aini is imperfect. It's but the work of people who are operating in the Kaipacha, it's our labor for dragging them to the Kaipacha and expose them, to a new energy, which is the light energy, or which is the Sami. And then they can start irrigating their spiritual seed, and they are open to more levels of consciousness. In reality, in the Ukupacha, it's not a bad place, I will tell you. This is not such a hail. No, no, don't think about it. It is just a form of energy that where people regularly live there is the fact that they don't know what is, Aini, sacred reciprocity, So,
Yeah.
but the work of, say, you and me, who knows, how to deal with it, it is, to drag to these people to arrive to this level. So as the responsibility of our masters who are in the Hanak Pacha, their responsibility it is to take us up where they are.
Mm.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have Aini,
Mm.
If someone from Hanak Pacha doesn't help us reaching up there, then they have to come down here because there is no Aini. The Aini is something which connects Ukupacha with Kaipacha, Kaipacha with Hanakpacha. Whoever reaches first, well, people who are in the level will be very happy because they will say, finally, someone reached up there, though we have someone who is going to drag up, pull us up there, because this is their job. Like, this is why, the Andean masters, the Apus, the Aukis, the high-level priests who were immortalized in the mountains lives there because they want the society, the Andean society, reach in high levels of consciousness, because this is their work.
Yeah.
And we invoke to the wisdom of them as well in order to evolve in the spirit. you know, and
Mm-hmm.
that is, I think, very universal, depending of the cosmovision, because every tradition, belief system, religion always will have these three layers, even though it's not known as in the Inca way, but they have. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the good thing of the Andean tradition is the fact that, you know, you have enough tools, and very easy in the easy way to use, and you can just, you know, transform the energy. You can just face up whatever situation, you know, for yourself, you know, and then for your family, for your society, you know, for, yeah, you can expand your energetic bubble, and you can just expand and tune with the amount of people you want, right? I mean,
Yes, and
yeah,
that's the beauty. That's the beauty, and that's what I love this tradition so much, because there is simplicity, and I believe like we tend we tend to look for things that are complex thinking, and I think that's a belief that complexity means it's good, and I would say nature is very simple. Nature is super super simple. So this tradition allow us to go back to the simplicity of life, that we
exactly,
forgot to pay attention on that simplicity. So let me see
exactly.
if there is questions. We are almost at the top of the time. So okay, well, there is no questions. If people is checking this later, let me see, I'm gonna refresh this, or is watching the replay, I invite you to just drop your questions below, and will be answered your questions. Is there something else you would like to share, Freddie?
No, you know, I would like just to invite all those brothers and sisters worldwide, English speaking people, to join to our classes, which will start on this 30th of October.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, and then let's play, you know, let's learn about the wonderful Andean spiritual and mystical tradition, no, which is not contradictory to to belief systems that we have in our planet. It's very universal. It melts wonderfully. You know, will teach you all these spiritual exercises. You know how you can deal with the heavy energies. All right, which is only a way of transforming that, and you know, and delivering whatever is needed. We will teach you how you can be a support of yourself first, and then you can be a support for you, great support for your family, how we can deal with issues from your past time. I mean, there is such a wonderful things that we can learn in these lessons that starts in English. Though I invite you, and I will perform also ceremonies at the archaeological sites, I mean the temples that we have at the outskirts of the Cusco city. You know, in this way you are going to know as well, you know, what's the beauty of this city. Perhaps in one time you can come, and I will be guiding you there too. So I'm inviting, and of course me and Denise, we are Yananting, right? We are two persons who are in charge of giving this course. Yeah. And yeah, definitely we will enjoy, definitely.
Yes, yes, and you're gonna really enjoy this 8 week process. So if you have questions, you can contact me directly, and I'll answer your questions. And we are very excited for this coming 8 weeks. We already are half on the way of the Spanish one, right? We are already in the halfway. We are gonna go. Yeah, we finish our 4th week with them.
Exactly.
So and it's beautiful. You're gonna build your own niches. You're gonna learn how to do the rituals. You're gonna learn a lot of practical and easy tools to implement. This is a way of living, I would say, and you can incorporate to your practices. You can incorporate with your clients as well if you are working with clients in any kind of therapeutical way. So I think this is gonna be it's gonna add a lot in your daily life. So thank you so much, everyone that is watching us. Thank you so much for your time, Freddy. And we are going to have another live next week. We have not decided
Exactly.
which day, but we are going to have another live sharing a little bit more.
So thank you very much. Send you a lot of energy to all of you. basically in these times when we have these health issues. Yeah,
A lot of
a
moonlight.
lot of energy too, a lot of moonai,
A lot of moonlight. Bye bye. Thank you so much.
Bye bye, see you next week.